everybody, it's Jeremy. Welcome back to Lucid's Tournament Game 7, where we are playing Helheim. This is turn 45. Jump into things, shall we? Okay, you know the drill. We're just getting to it. We have completed Alteration 4 on our way up to Alteration 5. Alteration 4 gets us a few little knickknacks, specifically Liquid Body, kind of the big one for us. We've done some reanimation, and we have done Find Ice Devil, and Oriax has answered the spell. Well, it's good that we got a response, at the very least, so we will check out who exactly Oriax is now. We had some units die on a march, and then we've got a billion battles, so let's just click through these, shall we? We have attacked in Sotera and been victorious. We have attacked in God's Two Mountains, and we have our first loss in the raiding scenario. And it looks like a pretty hefty one, right? So we take a look at one van here and 5 Hellherdings versus Spirehorn Warriors, which normally we would be like, wow, Hellherdings will chop Spirehorn Warriors to bits, right? What happened there? There are some Iceclads, and those are generally a little harder to deal with, but not too terribly much so. What went down? How did we only take out 14 of their flyers? Well, it was pretty good answer, and it's good tactics, honestly. So we can see, right? We saw on the screen, but there is a Troll King. So Troll King is cool. That means Conjuration 7, I believe, for Calum. Nice. We know we are behind on the research side of things. Have been for most of the game. Will be for all of the game, probably. The fact that we took Drain Scales, super no bueno. Didn't work out the way I really wanted it to, but it is what it is. So we've got our Hellherdings. We know what we do. Right? Blessing, blessing. Simple, easy peasy. I can see across the ways here, we have a bunch of Spirehorn Warriors, right? And then we have a Troll King. And he's got a little bit of gear. He's got some flying boots to keep him up with the Firehorns themselves, right? Cool, good tactic. He's got a Storm Spool to keep him protected, depending on whether or not, you know, a bunch of lightning evocations are going to get dropped. And then he has a Bear Claw Talisman, which I'm assuming he just got for free and then threw it on this guy, probably for the morale boost. Otherwise, it's kind of whatever. He also has some gems, so let's see what he gets about. Naturally, an Earth 3 mage, he is going to use Summon Earth Power to go up to Earth 4. Great. Cool. And then he does the secret here. You can't really see it on the fucking trees in the back. Fucking A. Here we go. Marble Warriors. Oh, shit. Alright. That is a solid tactic, right? It's always really cool to watch a player understand the limits of the nation that they are playing and have a good strategy for getting around those limitations. We've talked about this numerous times, right? The Spirehorn Warriors are really only good on the charge. If they don't pop you in that initial wave, you just chew through them. They're so squishy, they're so frail. No, make them not frail. Marble Warriors gives them a natural protection of 15 with the little bit of gear that they've got, leather hauberk and a shield, which is their, well, I guess the shield is, but pushes their final total up to 19 for most of them. I think there might be some 18. Iceclad have different protection based off of how much ice protection they're getting. Oh fuck, that's good. That's really cool. That's really good for him. That's really bad for me. And that is how we're going to result in... and then he Strength of Giants them too, which is also nice. It gives them a little bit of extra oomph. Unnecessary. They come down, and on the charge, again, this is kind of what's expected. Because my Hellherdings have very high defense, the Iceclads or the Firehorn Warriors don't have crazy good attack skill, right? So they have a very low chance of actually hitting my Hellherdings. So they pop none of them on the charge. But where the normal typical response, the retaliation back would be 1, 2, 3 dead Spirehorn Warriors in rapid succession all around the unit, the tight-knit unit. Instead, we're getting clings and clangs. The Spirehorn Warriors are able to defend themselves, and then at that point, there's just going to be so many attacks coming in on the Hellherdings that eventually they are going to die. They do take some with them, right? They're still, no slouches in comparison, but they get killed. Very cool, very nice tactic from Calum. Rutro. So we have complications now. All right, cool. What are we gonna do about it? We have taken control of Vipitre, met no resistance. We get attacked in Saramatia, and this is a little ping from him. Without the addition, one, up against a much larger force, but without the addition of something like Marble Warriors, these Spirehorn Warriors just insta-gibbed, okay? We get attacked in Ancient Woods, little raiding party, easily able to take us down. Our undefended province in Roka is conquered. This is actually the one that we are, again, giving over to Fomoria because it was originally his territory, I suppose. We attack in Pulmania and win. Attacked in Laria, and we rebuff it because it's just a little commander ping. We are attacked in Gwyrith, and we win because he pops onto a much larger stack of Beardmen. These guys, these Harab Seraphs, are interesting because they can random... let's take a look at that real quick. I know they can random... Okay, so they do come with 1 air, 1 death guaranteed, and then they can random earth in there. So they're pretty interesting. You can get death 2s from them, which is great, but you can also, you'll see, you can also get just earth from them, which Calum doesn't normally get a whole lot of. What else do we have? So we win in Gwyrith, little ping. We take Cursed Lands, meet no resistance. We are attacked in Felicia and lose there. We are attacked in Rame and lose there. Unfortunately, we also lose a Mound King who got intercepted on his way to back to the capital. We've taken control of Brightgate and met no resistance. We attack in Florian and win. We are attacked in Swande. You have betrayed us, Windmaster! Your love for gold! We attack in Northia and succeed, win there. We are attacked in Obsidian Wastes and lose. We are attacked in Ard and lose. And we are attacked in Ungabaloth and lose. And here we go, we get to a couple of important ones. We are attacked in Aldgold, and this is the fortress, the old Marverni fortress in diseased lands on our border, and we lose massively, right? And this is to be expected, right? I've said this multiple turns now. Once these parties of Long Dead get attacked, they are going to die. They flat out. They have nothing. They have nothing going for them. They are just parties of Long Dead. They will die. However, the concept is what does it take to kill them or kill them efficiently? And I go, oh, goodness fucking gracious, gotta say, only 1 death to a Spirehorn Warrior? Something's gotta be up, and we can already immediately kind of think of what it is. We don't see a Troll King, but it is indeed the same tactic. we take a look over here, this Harub Seraph is kicking around with Earth Boots, which puts it up to Earth 2. Then with 2 Earth Gems, that is enough to... Actually, do you even need... Yeah, I think you need 2 Earth Gems, because I think it's 4 Earth to do Marble Warriors, and it's 1 gem, so you would need a gem for the 4th Earth, and then a gem for the cast. So, we've got this Harub Seraph here, ready, capable of casting Marble Warriors. And that's going to make the difference. We also have, over here, a whole fucking crew of Aria Seraphs. And they are ready. They're also very diseased. That's funny. They are very ready to do a bunch of air elementals. So, we can kind of anticipate what's going to happen here. Our Long Dead deal... we hold, right? And then the Spirehorn Warriors come in. And normally, right, Spirehorn Warriors are going to chop through undead, right? That initial salvo, they're going to, boom, kill. Every single one of them is going to hit an undead and kill. Great, fantastic. But when you have 80 Long Dead versus 15, 20, 30 Spirehorn Warriors, after that initial salvo, right, then they would start to get chopped up. But with the Marble Warriors, they are easily able to withstand the puny attacks of the Long Dead. And then, holy shit, in come a bunch of air elementals. So, this is indeed a loss. And if we think about the loss, right, we had about 80 Long Deads here. They cost us 3 death gems per 10 on average. And then the Mound King cost us 5. So we've got, what is that, like 32 gems, 32 death gems in this party. So that's a lot of death gems to lose immediately. But it is somewhat counteracted by, 2 Earth Gems here, 2... How many air elementals do we have? We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 air elementals. And all of these were done with 2 air gems, right? Let's watch again. I bet you they were all done with 2 air gems. Nope, just 1. Okay, never mind. Yep, just 1 air gem apiece. Sweet. What's this guy doing? Is this guy also doing... yeah, it looks like he's also doing... So we've got 4 Earth Gems and 7 Air Gems. So, yeah, that's pretty worth. 11 gems versus 32 gems. And it would be more worth on my side if I had cost him some real gold, but I haven't. He lost 1 Spirehorn Warrior, so... Not really a deal breaker there. Maybe it's 12 gems. Anyways, regardless, it doesn't matter. This is a great tactic that he is now using against us. The Marble Warriors is really going to complicate things for me. So, we're going to have to figure out what we're about that. Cool. Lost in Aldgold. We're attacked in Towers of Heaven. We are lost there. We attack in Wise Spring Grove. We win. We are attacked in Marverni. And an incredibly similar scenario happens there as well, right? We've got pretty much the same exact type of situation. So we're not going to watch through that. But again, this is another, 60 death gems that we've lost there. And that's bad. That's not great. That's bad. Okay, we've got Royal Forest. We win there. We are attacked in Titan's Breath Peaks and lose there. And then we have a series of events. In Lyratos, we get a bunch of gems. Cool. In Zimria, there's a tribe of agitated troglodytes attacking, which is this battle, which we win. But again, we lose about half of our long deads. Unfortunate. Keep the province, though. And then we get a report that barbarians are going to be attacking in High Peaks, which is no bueno. and then they get attacked. Marverni gets attacked, or Calum gets attacked in Marverni. It's funny. I think they did more damage to the... Or no, we did slightly more damage to Marverni than the barbarians did. Good to know. All right, we got some sneaking discovered. Florian is unharmed, and Sarmatia has patrolled quite a bit. Cool. All right, what are we doing this turn? Much the same as we have been doing other turns. We continue to move forward into Calum's Heartland. This was so we've had 2 turns that were really good for us, rating-wise, and then this turn was definitely Calum's favor, right? I think in the long run, we are probably going to lose. Unless something drastic happens. If Fomorria is really successful, or if Tirnanog is really successful, and they are able to kind of punch above their weight. Well, I think maybe Tirnanog's not punching above his weight. I think Fomorria would be punching above his weight if he were to be successful and really screw Calum over. I would definitely be punching above my weight if I were successful in affecting some sort of change like that. And then I think Tirnanog might be capable of doing that, but Tirnanog's focus is ever split, right? Tirnanog is trying to grab every little pocket that they can, and rightly so in a lot of different situations. Tirnanog might end up being the ultimate victor here, but Tirnanog is fighting against Abyssia and against Calum at the moment. So if one of us is capable of really starting to deliver impactful damage to Calum, then that might change things. But at the current scenario, Calum's capability of raiding is... We're doing well. We're raiding and counter raiding well. Not sure it's going to matter in the long run, because they are able to counter raid and counter raid us just as easily, if not more so. So that is a very big deal. We're hitting in new places: Ugria, Iron Range, hitting in an Obsidian Waste. We're hitting in Felicia. We're hitting in Titan's Breath Peaks. Taking things back in Ancient Woods, in Rame, in Ard, in Ungvaloth, in the Towers of Heaven. We are hitting Yellow Mountains. So we've got a whole lot going on there. But none of that is really the big focus for me this turn. Oh, by the way, let's take a quick check at our Ice Devil. So we've got Oriax the Ice Devil. Oriax is an interesting one. Oriax doesn't have any of the special starter spells or anything like that. What he basically has is he comes with his own Frostbrand. So cool. So we don't have to put a Frostbrand on him. He is inherently, his hand is a Frostbrand. So that's kind of interesting. This is the gear he's outfitted with. Got decent shock resistance. That's pretty good. Got regeneration. He's got some base reinvigoration, which should keep him from fatiguing out, hopefully. He's got pretty decent protection, right? Between his dragon helmet and his Shademail Haubergen. His Haubergen is... it gives him stealth. Not much stealth, mind you, but it gives him stealth, which is important. He's got a Vine Shield, also important for protection. He's going to be able to do things like Liquid Body, Quicken Self. Cool. He will be very deadly to deal with in battle. If he is successful in sticking around and gaining some experience chevrons, he will become more potent. Getting experience on a good base, on like a good summoned thug or super combatant, is kind of dope, because you could really grow how effective that unit is. So this is cool. This should be neat. However, we're gonna bind another Ice Devil this turn, and we are blood hunting. So hopefully we will be able to get that blood slave economy back up and capable of continuing to bind these Ice Devils. Auriax, we are not immediately putting to work raiding Calum because of this. So we've been trying to stay posted on Abyssia's attempt to win the game. They currently have Robber Home. They currently have 48. They currently have 89. And we can see Tirnanog is trying to take 89 away from them, right? And I do not believe that them taking Dofaros is going to allow them to win the game. In fact, I think we need to be watchful. We need to be mindful of Tirnanog potentially slipping a win, right? But that being said, we don't want Abyssia to have a free hand at this. I'm sending Abyssia a message this turn. Am I gonna send Abyssia a message this turn? I don't know that I'm gonna send Abyssia a message this turn. I think we might just strike out against Abyssia. We're just gonna turn this into a world war, right? So what we're doing is Abyssia is probably going to be hitting Dofaros next turn. Not super down with that. We are sending Auriax over towards Dead Forest. We're sending Hanga 7 with his crew, his retinue, over to Dead Forest. We're sending someone. No, it's Auriax. Sorry. Jarl 28's heading down. And then we're sending a lot of forces from Saramatia. So we're sending a bunch of Hangas, a bunch of Jarls. Most of the forces, most of the Hellherdings are heading into Scorpion Cracks behind Abyssia. And we are going to, in theory, we're going to be in range to hit Dofaros with basically about 90 or so Hellherdings and a bunch of, a reasonable amount of mages. Now, it is very possible that even with that, we're not capable of beating Abyssia. I have zero idea what he is running. Zero idea what his capabilities are. I know we'll be able to put up Storm, right? Because we have Gerskogel. And even if we didn't, we could put up Rain with Auriax. Something that getting Alteration 5 this turn is actually going to give us is Fire Resistance. So I might use Auriax to spam out, I say spam out, but to do a couple casts of Fire Resistance to kind of help us against the Abyssian capabilities, right? But I don't know, in the grand scheme of things, if we're really going to be able to best Abyssia. We have a couple of tricks. We can do some things like we could send out some Jade Sorceresses. I don't know why this Jade Sorceress is still called Gina. Let me notate that real quick. Orc 5. Yeah, so there's a lot of different stuff going on here. I'm not sure that we are even... This probably isn't a fight that we should pick. The fight that we are in with Calum, we're already very likely to lose over the course of the long term. Unless Femoria or Tirnanog can do something about it. So to go and pick a fight with Abyssia is reckless and kind of silly. Especially since this isn't going to win them the game if they take Dofaros. Right? Alternatively, though, taking one of these thrones that still exists would be a big deal for us. The throne of bureaucracy we wouldn't really care about, but inner throne, the throne of Earth, or the throne of Gaia less, would be nice. I don't know. There's a reason why we're stealthing. For one thing, there's a reason why we're not just immediately declaring attacks on Abyssiac, because I might change my mind, right? I might turn around next turn and be like, this isn't worthwhile. And I will say this, none of the units that we are moving right now, if we do attack, it'll be very useful. But none of the units that we are moving in range to attack Tepharos are needed immediately. I say that, but got a big ass stack of hatred on. If this comes for Sarmatia, I kind of plan to fighting retreat anyways. We're not prepared to deal with that. Alright, that's gonna be it for the turn. It's the slow decline. We talked about this though. We knew this was happening, right? We talked about this. The losses that we had against Sarmatia, each time we had the losses against Sarmatia, I basically said, like, look, if this happens, then it's probably a slow out and out for us. And that's probably what's happening. But we are going to go down kicking and screaming, and we're going to do as much as we can on our way out. We'll see how it goes. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye, everybody.